There is some more breaking input that we are tracking regarding India and the UAE. The Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri on Friday has shared key details on agreements between India and the UAE, stating that the UAE will store up to 30 million barrels of crude oil in India's strategic petroleum reserve. Following Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the country, he said that the move is aimed at strengthening energy cooperation and enhancing India's energy security. Significant new investments totaling $5 billion were committed, including by Emirates NBD Bank and the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. Let's in fact listen into this short clip of Misri.
And in the energy cooperation field, we've seen several agreements being initialed between Indian energy sector companies and UAE entities, primarily the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. These include agreements on enhancing UAE participation in Indian strategic petroleum reserves to a level of 30 million barrels, the establishment of strategic gas reserves in India, and long-term LPG offtake supply agreements.
All right, let me go across to my colleague Aditya for more on this. Aditya, we have obviously seen those big ticket deals being in agreements and MOUs that were signed yesterday between India and the UAE. Now we have some details that UAE will in fact be storing up to 30 million barrels of crude oil in the Indian strategic petroleum reserves. This will obviously give a boost to our energy security. All right, I believe we've lost the connection over there with my colleague. Let me go across to Yash Ahuja, who is with us for more details on this. Yash, this is a significant boost to our strategic petroleum reserves. We've been seeing over the past few months that was in the headlines how we have 74 days of reserves. Obviously, this will give a boost to our energy security.
Yes, Shivani, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, after Prime Minister Modi's visit to the UAE, shared key details on agreements between India and the UAE. He stated that UAE will store up to 30 million barrels of crude oil in India's strategic petroleum reserve. He said that the move is aimed at strengthening energy cooperation and enhancing India's energy security. Misri said, moreover, that new investment commitments were signed totaling a massive $5 billion. Today itself, new investments have been signed, which are included in the $5 billion figure. These include investments by Emirates NBD Bank in RBL and by the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority in the National Infrastructure Investment Fund, and by the International Holding Company in Saman Capital of India. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much.